Hello YouTube, it's Poke1090 and I am here for our team builder of week 4 of season 4 of the UTA. If you haven't seen this season so far, definitely check out the earlier videos in this playlist. You'll see my weeks 1 through 3. I know there's been a bit of a hiatus, things around my city, work, the country, the world have been really crazy, but that just means you're going to get a couple videos really close together from one another, so you should have 2 battles coming up this weekend. So we're going to jump right into our team builder here. Real quick, we can see my roster with Dragapult, Sylveon, Arcanine, Empoleon, Weavile, Machamp, Galarian Stunfisk, Mega Aerodactyl, Serena, and Poliwrath. And now let's jump over to my opponent this week, which is Al. Al has a 2-1 record with a 7 differential. If you didn't notice from the screen prior, I am also at 2-1. I have an 8 differential, but basically the exact same. We both crushed it week 1, week 2, and then I mean we both suffered a loss obviously week 3, but I didn't watch his battle that carefully just with how crazy things have been. But I know I was very disappointed in my team building, a bit in my play, but mostly my team building. So hopefully we do a better job here. But the roster we're up against, we have Mega Kangaskhan, Zapdos, Dracovish, Flareon, Amoonguss, Sableye, Gastrodon, Avalugg, Inteleon, Trapinch, Clefairy, and Nidoking. Right away, speed jumps out. He has that Inteleon at 120, and then he's got a couple hundreds, and then he's got nothing. Nidoking's the next at 85. And we know my roster is the opposite of that. I have all the speed. So, I mean, Mega Kangaskhan is definitely threatening. It can't use Seismic Toss, but otherwise it can use everything. It's allowed to use Power Up Punch, etc. Dracovish, we all know what that is, hashtag banned. Sableye with that prankster status could be not good. If you didn't watch last week's battle that I had, spoilers are coming right now. Gastrodon could be another week of a water ground mon giving me a lot of trouble. But yeah, I'm thinking, the Kangaskhan, Zapdos, Nidoking, Dracovish, Sableye. There's a Amoonguss, Gastrodon, could be like those other ones, but I think those 5, are really gonna. Nidoking, that's another mon, Nidoking and Nidoqueen, that tends to have a good record against me, so we'll see what we're able to do here. So let's jump right over to Showdown. Alright, and so here we are with the team that I have decided to bring for this week. So you'll see my first 3 mons up here. They are the speed, and then I've got the bulk. And with how he's set up, I don't need a ton of speed investment in everything necessarily to outspeed the most important things. So here we have Weavile, I have Life Orb with Sword Dance, Knockoff, Low Kick, and Icicle Crash. The 216 plus lets me outspeed Inteleon and then everything else, so he could only outspeed me if he had a speed boost. But coverage is good there. Low Kick obviously for the Kangaskhan. Knockoff just is always a good move. And then Icicle Crash is that, really strong stab. Next we have Mega Arrow. We have Hone Claws, Dragon Claw, Stone Edge, and Earthquake. After Hone Claws, Stone Edge is good accuracy. This speed, again, I outspeed the Inteleon, I outspeed everything that matters. I have a max attack that I can have, and then just that's the coverage. He doesn't have, if I remember correctly, he does not have, he doesn't have a steel type in his roster at all, and his only fairy is Clefairy, so that's why I decided to run the Dragon Claw, because it is just nice, solid, neutral against most things, but it hits the Dracovish. And yeah, so that's why I decided to bring that move. Then we go on to my third mon here, which is Dragapult. This one has a Lumberry, Infiltrator, Dragon Dance with Dragon Darts, Will-O-Wisp, and U-Turn. The Lumberry is for a Prankster Sableye, and then again, Dragon Darts is going to hit the hardest that it can for neutral damage against everything except for Clefairy. Will-O-Wisp, U-turn to just get out, and then the necessary speed to outspeed Inteleon, and max attack, the rest in HP. So all those, just those hard hitters, things that come in, get a revenge kill, get a little bit of damage, and then with, all of them have a setup move because that's my jam. But having the opportunity to, get one setup maybe and hit something that thinks it can tank. Then for the bulk. So we have Sylveon, Leftovers, Pixelate, as bulky physically as it can be. I have the Psyshock for incoming Nidokings if I think that's going to come, but otherwise it's just Hyper Voice, always hits hard. Wish and Heal Bell, so no Calm Mind and no Protect on this. So I have to play smart, but this can be really helpful. I think Heal Bell was definitely necessary because we know that Al likes to play very slow game, lots of smart stalling, so being able to Heal Bell to my team, being able to Wish to my team could be really useful. Next, Empoleon. For once, just a very straightforward Empoleon, no shenanigans here. Leftovers, Torrent, Scald Ice Beam for the offensive moves, Defog, Stealth Rock. I know that can be a little counterproductive, but there may be times where I want to do one or the other, not necessarily both. He doesn't have many rockers, I don't believe, because he did make some changes on his team not that long ago, right before this week, and he got rid of the Deoxys D, I know, which, yeah, so you can only get rocks with Clefairy and Nidoking, and T-Spikes with Nidoking, apparently. So, once those things are out of the way, I could defog, I could set up my own rocks, just depending on what's going on there. And lastly, we have the Arcanine. We know this is one of my favorite sets, the Dragon Pulse being the interesting new move, but the Virium Z Sunny Day, get that +1 speed, get the Sun Up to counter what water damage does, has Intimidate there, and then Solar Beam that can hit with the sun being up, Flamethrower with the sun up, again that gets boosted, and then the Dragon Pulse for that strong neutral damage, plus the damage is going to hit Dracovish potentially. So a lot of things to counter, to hopefully counter or check at least Dracovish. Hopefully I'm not over preparing for that, but I'm feeling a lot better than, not to say that I'm thinking I'm gonna come away with the win, because Al has done really well, basically the same record so far as me. So I'm not saying that I necessarily think I'm going to win, but I feel a lot better about this week and this team. So that's the team I'm bringing. So definitely check it out once this battle is up, or once this team builder is uploaded. The battle will be uploaded probably a couple hours later, maybe maybe the next day, the next morning or something. We'll see. But I'm about to have the battle, so hope you guys tune in and are cheering for the Cleveland Browns, and I will see you soon.